Hey guys, this is Mrs. Clough. I am one of the 8th grade English teachers at Strickland. Some of you guys are in my class. Some of you guys might be in another 8th grade English teacher's class. But I am going to be here to, or this video is essentially so that you guys can figure out a couple of the tools that we really want you guys to be able to use in Canvas. So if you're in another teacher's class, welcome. And I hope this helps you guys out a little bit. So I'm going to pretend to be a student in Mr. Rhodes's class for some of this. So if you have Mr. Rhodes, this is probably a page that looks really familiar to you because you probably had to see it to get to this video. So welcome. And in this video, I really want to show you guys how to use Google Drive in Canvas. So using Canvas is big and it's scary and it's new, but there are a couple of really cool things that it does. And one of them is that it gets along really, really well with Google Drive. And I want to show you how it does that. So I'm set up as a student in Mr. Rhodes's class. And if you look over here at the left-hand side, you're going to notice that there is a Google Drive option. No matter what teacher you have, Miss Van Aken, Miss Hernandez, these are going to be set up for you. And so you're going to have that Google Drive option. So you're going to click here and it's probably going to ask you to connect your Google account to your Canvas. You're going to say, yes, I accept, this is all good. And then it's going to bring you to a screen that looks something like this. You're going to maybe see some folders if you've created folders in your Google Drive in the past, or you might just see like a whole bunch of documents and stuff that you have in your Google Drive. Y'all, it might be messy, it's okay. We're going to fix that. So one of the things that we want you guys to be able to do is to have a place in your Google Drive for all of your English stuff. So anything for our class that we need you to go be able to find, you're able to find. Okay, so I'm going to help you set that up. And at the end of this video or with me right now, I need you guys to go in and set up this folder with me. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to give the video a second. So let me do what I need to do. We're going to add a new tab and you need to go to Google Drive. There are two easy ways to do this. You can click on the 9 dots over here and click on Google Drive, or you can just type drive.google.com into the URL bar. I don't recommend just searching it. It's a lot more clicks. Honestly, don't work that hard. We're all working way too hard this year, okay? So like make it easy on yourself. Just click the little dots and go to Drive. So now I'm in my Drive and this is what it looks like to me normally. And I need to create a folder that is just for my English stuff. So I'm gonna come over here to New, Folder, and I want everyone to title their folder English 8th grade. That way, when you go to high school next year and you open your Google Drive and you see like 4 English folders from all of your years in middle school, you're not like, well, which one is which, right? It's 8th grade, we know, okay? So English 8th grade, we're gonna hit create. And that is gonna give me a brand new folder right here. It's empty, it's waiting for things to be put into it. And now I wanna show you what's really cool. So I'm gonna go back to Mr. Rhodes's class because I'm pretending to be a student in his class. And if I hit refresh on my page in my Google Drive, it's gonna show me that folder, that English 8th grade folder, and it updates like that. So anytime I create a document or anytime my teacher asks me to save a document to my Google Drive, I'm gonna put it in this folder. And I'm gonna show you how to do that and the easiest ways to do that, okay? So let's jump to my Canvas course and pretend that I'm a student in my class. I'm a teacher in my class, but if I were the student, I would see a page that looks pretty much like this here pretty soon. Fun fact, preview, right? You're gonna see a page that talks about adjectives. And I have added a couple of Google Docs to this page. So let's say that I come across one of these and I really wanna save it, right? Your teacher may not ask you to save every document. That's okay. If they ask you to save it, right? But if they don't, but you still think it's a cool document and you want to make a copy of it, you can totally do that, okay? So there are a couple of ways to do this, and depending on how cooperative technology is being, you might end up with a couple different things. So I'm going to show you what those are. Okay, so once we've created our folder, and I want to save this Google Doc, I want a copy of it for myself to treasure and love forever. I'm going to click File, Make a Copy, right? This works with Google Docs, Google Slides, basically anything that was created with Google that's in here, you can do this with. Okay, and I'm going to click Make a Copy, and I'm going to title it what I want, right? I might put, instead of having copy of, I might put my name at the end so that I know it's mine or whatever. Okay, now, if technology is cooperating with us, when we click here, it's going to give us the option to put it in our 8th grade English folder. But as you can see, like technology, it's not always our friend, right? So we got to have other ways to work around and make those things happen. So since that's not working, no big deal. I'm just going to click Make a Copy, and it's going to be okay, because it's going to open my new copy in another tab. When it opens that in the new tab, I have lots of power. And that power exists in this little folder icon right here. Okay, if you hover over that icon, it says Move. That folder icon will let you choose what folder this document lives in. So I want this document to live in my 8th grade English folder. So I'm going to click on the folder. It's going to show where it put it originally. For me, it put it in a specific place in my Google Drive that it doesn't need to be in. So I'm going to hit this little back arrow until I go far enough back that I see my 8th grade English folder. And I'm going to say, all right, so in my drive, in my 8th grade English folder, I'm going to click it and I'm going to click Move. And then, ta-da! Now, if I go back to Mr. Rhodes' class, he wants me to turn in this document. I got to do it on time. I want to make sure that it's there. If I hit refresh, make sure my page is up to date. If I go in to my Google Drive here, you'll see that in the 8th grade English folder, there's that document that I just created. So now, if Mr. Rhodes asks me to turn this in, I can do it, right? And I want to show you this will also work with all of your Google options. So if you have sorry, my screen share isn't working the way I want it to. There we go. So if I have a Google slideshow, like this is my About Me slideshow, it may not be finished yet, but whatever. If I want to put this into my 8th grade English folder, right, I can do the same thing. I can just arrow back until I see my drive, English 8th grade, click it, and select Move here. And then once again, it's going to show up. If I hit refresh over here, it'll show back up in Mr. Rhodes' class, and there we go. Now I have that slideshow there. So, checklist of what you've got to do. You need to open a new tab, go to Google Drive, and create a folder titled English 8th grade. Okay, that's going to be where we keep all of our stuff this year. So make sure you know how to find that. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you have them. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.